This is Shankar with toolswithbrain.com, and today I'm gonna show my new application, my recording interface application that is I'm calling as simple recording interface. So this is basically an add-on package, you can say, on top of Avaya contact recorder. Whoever has purchased Avaya contact recorder, they can use this application. They will get some extra value out of this application, and this will also give you some better understanding or better way of using the system. So let me tell you what are the features I have in this application. And this is by the way, a very small application and can be hosted on the machine itself where you have your contact recorder, or it can be deployed outside on an IIS. So basically it's a .NET application, so you need IIS to host this one. So it has two parts basically. One is front end that is totally on Silverlight, and there's a back end that is running WCF. So I'm planning to build an HTML5 based front end so that we can support other ways like Mac and Linux. Silverlight is supported in Mac, so you can use this application in Windows as well as in Mac in all browsers. Only thing you require is to download Silverlight plugin from Microsoft. That is a small plugin that will help you to play the calls or see this web page. Now let me tell you what are the features I have given with this system. The first and foremost, when you log in, it will not ask you for an user ID and password, but it will detect you by your handle, login handle. So you can see that it actually identify my handle, and it gives a tree depending on your handle. It will give you a tree. Whoever is reporting to me, it will show like this. Now if I click on my name, it will give you a dashboard where you can update, put some details, you can add pictures, you can edit profile, you can do that. So these are the guys reporting to me. I have permission to see them, so I can run a search on them. So if I run a search like search calls, I have this kind of interface. So let me run a search and show you what I have. So if I run a search, it will bring that okay, I have 34 calls during this time frame, and this will give you a data grid kind of stuff, and it has lots of details. You can filter it like this, and you can see that I'm just filtering by the segment number. Now let me tell you about the segmenting. Each time your agent puts the call on hold, your contact recorder creates a separate WAV file for that. So say your agent puts the call on hold for 2 times or 3 times, you will get 4 different WAV files, and they will appear at different time stamp. They will appear with different timestamp in ACR search and replay page, and it is very uneasy way of accessing the call. So you need to find out all the legs, and then you need to play back to hear the total call. My application is gonna overcome that difficulties, and it will list out all the inams that you have, and you will understand by looking into the inam how many times the call was put on hold. Now to play back a call, you need to select that and just hit play.
Hi, Mari.
So it will create a cache like this.
Yes, Mari, I can hear you.
I'd like to show you something here. This is very important. This will give you some more details about what my application is actually for. So my application is doing 3 things here. First of all, it is downloading all the legs of the call. These are the 3 WAV files or the 3 segments of the actual call. Then it is stitching them together and doing a silent separation. And the silent separation is not like that it will not put any gap in between. It will allow minimum 1 second delay between the two efficient part of the call. So the silence part will not be deleted completely. There will be a little bit that will be left. and finally it will convert to WMA, which is an industry standard way of streaming files, streaming a audio file. So three things it is doing: it is downloading all three calls, it is adding them or clubbing them into a single file, and then it is converting them to an WMA file. Now if you calculate the size reduction here, you can use a calculator and you can see the size reduction. These three legs are having 299 plus 569 plus 10, so 878 kilobytes of total space it is actually taking on your ACR server. When I'm streaming it, I'm streaming the WMF file that is only 13 kilobytes. So if I divide, you can see the size reduction is 67 times. So it's a huge reduction in size. So it is saving 67 times of your bandwidth. So that is a big advantage. Say 10 users are connected and trying to play the same calls. So you can think of how much you are saving in terms of bandwidth. So for each streaming, it is actually taking, if you try to play it back from the ACR, it will take 800 kilobytes data to stream over network, whereas with this application it will be only 13 kilobytes. I have customers who supports their customer and they record their support call also, and that actually go up to 1 hour or 2 hours call. For them to actually play back those calls over network, it really makes huge difference. With this compression, they can easily play it back or open their contact recorder for all the agents. Second thing is that all your agents are now not connecting to ACR. They are connecting to my application. That means this one. If you port it in a different server, then your agents can overload this application, but not your actual recorder. Your recorder will be intact. If this application fails also, there will be nothing happen to your recorder. So your agents are now all pointing to this contact recorder page, not the actual server. So that way your actual server will do its own work, that means recording. There will be only one session that will be between this server and or this application and contact recorder, and that is the only link over which the web files will be transmitted. If the application is co-resident, then there will be no impact on network also, because it can access from the local machine itself. Let me tell you one advantage of this application. You don't need to share your contact recorder folder or your actual recordings. What this application is doing is that it is just connecting to your web server or the contact recorder and downloading the web files. I'm not touching the actual web file. So anything happens to this application, your original web files are intact. So that is a benefit of this one. Apart from this, you have option to evaluate, like quality monitoring. You have an option here itself to do an evaluation. So if you do not have quality monitoring server but you like to do some quality stuff, you can use this application also. Again, this is not dependent on your ACR and it is separately running. So the cool stuff is that it has a rating over here that is not there in any of the recording solutions available in the market. You can leave a comment here, and if you feel that you need to review the call, you can come back.
Hello, hi Mari.
And the call will start getting played.
Yes, Mari, I can hear you.
You can go back to evaluation page and you will see that whatever you left or whatever you have given as a comment, that is intact and saved. For testing purpose, I have added only 4 questions, so you can have 10, 20, or whatever you like. There are pages, you can add pages, and go to the next page to evaluate. You can do a filter or search, something like that, and finally you can save it.
Hello, hi, Mari.
So
Yes,
this
Mari,
is
I
one
can hear you.
application,
Yes, Mari, I
one
can hear
part
you.
of it. Now you can do a show performance. So if you like to see the performance of your agent, you can come and check it in performance page. Now if this is the graph that will tell about the latest evaluation that happens for that agent and who is the person did that evaluation, and you can see 10 out of 18 is what that agent scored in the last or the latest performance review. Now you can see that the numbers over here. Now if you like to see for which questions or against which question this agent got the lowest score, you need to just bring your cursor here and it will tell you the question and the score and the comment left by the supervisor. There is the overall performance section. If you select that overall performance section, it will just show you like this. That means it will give you the status of all the evaluations in a graph format, and this will tell you whether the agent is performing well or improving or not. So now you can see that the agent curve is going up till 11/1/2012, then it is going down and down. So he is definitely not performing well. Now if you like to see what actually happened in this, he scored only 10. So you like to click it, so just click it and it will take you to that page where he received only 10. So this is how we actually check or verify the stuff. So that is what we have at this moment available in this solution. Once we have the HTML version of this web page, we can very much use that. The backbone application or the WCF service is supported by HTML as well as Silverlight. So depending on your requirement, you can use Silverlight or HTML. This is pretty much secure. You just can't download a call directly. There is no option like that. You can even create a HTTPS site and port your application there. So it is pretty much user friendly. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you are interested, let me know.